We need Tanya to leave Shaq expeditiously and take Martin back to the main villa because there definitely is more of a connection there. Hey guys, it's Rob Raleigh. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Back at it again, daily and consistent content injected. Let's get straight into this review. So Casa Amor really is in full swing at the moment. I feel like the tomorrow night teaser really wasn't given anything. I don't care about Olivia. Like when it comes to Olivia and whatever she's doing with one of these two guys or one of the guys that she's with, I'm not fussed about her journey. I'm not really invested in her journey and I don't really care. That's just what I honestly believe. Like whether she goes to the finale, gets dumped tomorrow, brings somebody back, like I just don't really see it for her. I don't see it for her journey on the show, and that's just personally what I believe. Like I'm not really as invested in the majority of these people. This is probably the first Casa Amor that I'm seeing that I'm not as surprised about. Will turning like that and going for Layla, I believe, and then of course he was very invested in her for a quick minute. They obviously shared a couple of kisses. There was a lot of connection between them two, touchy-feely, whatever you want to call it, chemistry, even sleeping in the same bed, and then suddenly he regrets it last minute. I do think that this was a producer plot. I feel like they kind of told him, do something with Layla, cause some kind of, controversy for yourself and, some kind of questions for people to be confused about, because nobody expected him to be turning left quite quickly because everybody thought him and Jessie were very good. So I feel like he was kind of told by them to sway that way and now he regrets it. He's definitely not going to pick her on return to the villa. He's going to choose to stay. Layla's going to say something, and then of course it's all going to come out in that way. Again, predictability, we've seen this. The concept is updated. So I feel like that is what's going to happen. There's no way Layla's going to sit there and be quiet because she's very forward. It's giving Coco. She's very much like trying to be with XYZ, kind of putting Jessie down a little bit here and there. I feel like the Casa Amor bunch are coming in very strong. They're not holding back. They're doing what they need to do. And they're really just sitting there like, we are going to come back with somebody. So therefore, we're going to, downplay the people that you are with, which is what he did. What she did Layla towards, saying that I've seen you with Jessie. It doesn't look good. You don't know that great with her. Putting these seeds in his mind. And of course, he went for it. He now regrets it. Layla doesn't know that. And of course, he won't tell Layla that until the return to Casa Amor, because the producers are going to make sure just to see what takes place. It's going to give, the season 7... I feel like we've seen it in season 7 and 8 where they get to the Casa Amor recoupling and one of them says something and then walks away. So that's what I feel like is going to happen. I do think that Jessie is staying loyal. Again, I'm just not buying Jessie. I'm so sorry if anybody is a Jessie fan that is watching this, but I'm just not buying her when it comes to her being... I don't know what it is. I feel like I don't know what it is. Maybe she's Australian and I don't watch Australian TV, but I feel like I've watched Love Island Australia. Do you know what I mean? I've reviewed Love Island Australia, the season of Cynthia, so obviously, which was season 2, I believe, or 3. So I've kind of, seen Love Island Australia, and I just feel like she knows what she's doing. She's been in the game twice. She knows to be, the main person, XYZ. So to be loyal is to be good, because you're going to be seen in a good light and people are going to feel sorry for her. Attention and sympathy in the Casa Amor victim. When it comes to Casey and Claudia, again, I'm just not invested in their journey. I feel like either one of these two should be allowed to sway because they were only together for like 2 days, 3 days. It wasn't even that much for, Claudia to be as invested in him. But for Casey to be, entertaining Cynthia and then speaking to Sanam and speaking to one of the other blonde girls as well, I forgot her name. I like Sanam and Casey together. I feel like they look good together. It looks nice, genuine. Sanam is definitely grinding and grafting. She has that chemistry. She has that flair. And she clearly is pulling in the boys. I'd prefer to see Sanam with Casey than with Kai. I feel like Kai, again, is somebody who I'm just not invested in. For his journey, for you to be an OG, and the show's been on now for just under a month, I'm not invested in your journey or to see where you go or if you find somebody or for you to stay longer in this competition. I'm just not really invested. That's the way I can really explain it. And I just feel like I would prefer Sanam to go with Casey than with Kai, because I feel like with Kai, it just won't work. Whereas Casey might just be invested because I give him the benefit of the doubt only because he knew Claudia for 2-3 days. He wasn't like he was with her from day one. She only just came in. So she might come back loyal. I don't feel like she might turn. She might be, swayed, tempted, but I don't think she'll bring anybody back. Shaq and Ron obviously staying in the day beds. Ron, of course, is going to try to stay loyal. He already messed up before, so he can't mess up again. Shaq staying loyal. He's going to be in for a big surprise. He's going to come back and he wears his emotions on his sleeve. He's going to be really irritated with what Tanya is doing. He's going to be shocked by it. But at the same time, for Tanya to say, you remind me of your ex, that comment sits with him. So why doesn't he just bring somebody back himself? He hasn't entertained any of the girls and he's remaining to be completely loyal. So we'll just see how that goes. But clearly, he's going to be irritated. Is Shaq and Tanya going to come back together? together again post-Casa, or is Tanya going to be with Martin? I would prefer Tanya and Martin. They look good together. The chemistry is there. The conversation is there. You can clearly tell that they really want to get it on. But of course, they can't right now because it's just early days. But I think Martin has swag, he has looks, and he does have the personality. And I definitely feel like he's my favorite from the Casa Amor boys bunch, to be honest with you. And I just want him to come back. Sammy is obviously speaking to some of the boys as well, and will she bring something back? Who knows? Tom is speaking to the girl from Glasgow, sorry I forgot her name, and clearly they get it on in the tomorrow night teaser. The tomorrow night teaser wasn't really giving much for me. It just really wasn't giving, like, I feel like we already knew that was going to happen because we're already seeing it today. We're just seeing them kiss again. Olivia and that boy come into a separate room. We knew what was going to happen. She's clearly over Kai. She's been over Kai. I don't think she's ever had anybody that she was truly invested in anyways. And I feel like, again, I'm just really not invested. But I like Sanam. I like Cynthia as well. Cynthia and Casey were having a chat. Didn't seem like much was going on between them two, but it looks like in the teaser they definitely get it on in some kind of capacity. But clearly he's definitely going to bring one of the girls back, and we'll just see who it is. But clearly some of the girls in there are grafting. We haven't seen Lydia anywhere in the villa. I haven't seen her much. For the first half an hour they were playing a game, and I feel like the Casa Amor game should only really be the first quarter of a show. It doesn't need to be full on half an hour of you running back and forth with this game. That kind of dragged on for a bit. This was an extended show, and I don't feel like the extension was really needed. The ratings, again, have not really increased as much. They've kind of stifled and remained under 1 million from what I'm seeing. So that in itself just really isn't improving. And when the ratings are dramatically low, engagement for everybody will just spread and will be affected by it as well. That is what's basically happening. From what people are saying as well, they're not really seeing much of a discourse on Twitter, and Twitter is what really holds Love Island, so that really isn't much happening as well. So it's just interesting to see what is going on with this show and with Love Island. But I feel like the Casa Amor situations that are happening, you know, there's something that's bound to happen. You know, Casa Amor is there, but I feel like they need to add a different twist to it. But all I want is for Tanya to bring back Martin. Will is going to come back loyal, and then that's going to get revealed. I feel like Casey will bring back one of the girls as well. Olivia will bring back somebody as well. Jessie will be loyal as well. Sammy, I don't know right now what she's going to do. It's early days. I feel like Tom might bring somebody back, because why not? It's been proven before. Many contestants who float around the villa bring somebody back and then return to their couple. So I feel like Tommy might do that as well. So yeah, that's all I can really say, to be honest with you, when it comes to review. There's not really much else I can really discuss. I don't know what your thoughts and opinions are on this episode. If you guys watched it, do you guys like these couples going XYZ or not? I think this would have been a great opportunity for Tanya to thrive in the competition, because she didn't really had much choices either. And, you know, clearly the boys, I feel like, would have been on her like a hawk, and she could have brought somebody back. But unfortunately, that just didn't take place. But, you know, we have a lot of people here in the Casa Amor bunch, and we'll just see who comes back and who doesn't come back. But it's definitely Casa Amor is definitely Casa Amoring. I'll definitely say that. But I feel like with Tanya bringing back somebody, it shouldn't be a big surprise to Shaq, because tensions were rising before them anyways. Olivia bringing back somebody, you know, her and Kai clearly understand that they're not voted as a compatible couple, so therefore they're going to do that. The fact that Olivia and Kai are doing that because of the votes clearly shows that they're definitely playing a game, and I'm very concerned with just staying on the show and not being there for love. Will was really the only surprise. I didn't expect that, for him to really go in so quickly, but he's regretting it now, and I feel like he will just apologize and grovel to Jessie. Jessie will realize that she's also playing the game and that he is a good placement holder. She doesn't have any other options in the main villa. If she wanted to stay loyal, which she probably will, she doesn't have any other options in there to prolong her journey on the show, which is what she wants to do. Therefore, I think that she will receive his forgiveness and we'll just call it a day. And I feel like they will then proceed to get quite far in the competition for sure. And I feel like hopefully Casey and Sanam, I just like Casey and Sanam together from what we have seen, but Casey and Cynthia could also be a moment, because we're going to see that tomorrow as well. So I guess we'll just see what happens. I believe the Casa Amor recoupling is going to be this Friday and this Sunday. Let me know your thoughts are, guys. What are your thoughts? Comment down below. Do you guys agree or disagree? What are your thoughts on these Casa Amor recouplings? Did you guys like the episode, or are you guys not watching the show anymore and just checking out the reviews? Because I've seen a few comments here and there saying that. So are you guys back? Are you tuning in? Are you not tuning in? Like the video and let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll catch you guys soon.